More and more healthcare professionals continue to stress the importance of covering our faces in public during the pandemic. So joining us with more, of course, Dr. Erica with St. Vincent. Good morning, Dr. Erica. Thanks for being here
Good
this
morning.
morning. So
Thanks
let's
for
talk
having
about
me.
this. It is really important, right, to wear your mask. Why so important to have that on?
Yeah, it's been a very controversial subject, and throughout the course of this whole pandemic, we've had mixed messages, and I think people are kind of tired of all of that, and they're tired of wearing masks, but I want to reinforce that it is important and that it does decrease the risk of transmission. And, I think, first of all, anecdotal evidence out there. There's been a couple things in the news over the last month. One in Florida where a group of 16 friends went to a bar and nobody wore masks. And within a few days, all 16 of them tested positive with a COVID illness. And then you compare that to a situation in Missouri where a Great Clips salon had two stylists who tested positive for COVID. They were on a universal mask mandate in that state at the time. So the stylists and the clients were all wearing masks. They tracked down 140 clients who were exposed to these two ill stylists, and they did not find any cases of transmission, despite them being within inches of each other's face for sometimes up to 30 minutes. So those are the kind of the anecdotal evidence in the real world that we have. But as this fast-moving pandemic has progressed, we're starting to get some better scientific evidence out there. At the beginning of this month, The Lancet, which is a respectable scientific journal, came out with a meta-analysis and systematic review from around the world looking at whether or not masks decrease the risk of transmission and whether it's important to wear them. And sure enough, they did come out that they do decrease the risk, along with physical distancing of at least 3 to 6 feet, as well as eye protection came up on that study as well. And there's several other scientific studies that have come out that have further reinforced that. And so, at the end of the day, we all want to reduce transmission. We want to get back to our lives. We don't want to have another shutdown. And so we have to look at the three big things that do that are going to be social distancing, face masks. So yes, I recommend wearing a face mask as much as possible, especially if you're in public and can't social distance. And I'd like to comment quickly too on the importance of wearing a face mask. You want to make sure that it goes over your nose and cheeks. If you have a wire and can tuck it under your glasses, that'll help with the fogging. You don't want it to gap on the sides, and you want it to come all the way underneath your chin. And it needs to be with good quality fabric. The more layers, the better, and especially if you can tuck in some filters or HEPA filters in there, that can help. So I definitely recommend that people engage in universal mask wearing so that we can keep our numbers down here in Montana, along with social distancing as best possible and good hand hygiene.
That's some good information. The other day I saw somebody wearing a mask and it was just sitting right below their nose. And I was like, I don't think he's wearing that the right way, right? So maybe show us really fast the right way to put that thing on. There you go. Okay. And then it's nice and snug, right?
It's nice and snug. You're not getting a lot of airflow going either way. It decreases the risk of the fogging of the glasses. You have it nice and tucked in on the sides. And when I move my head around, my chin isn't peeking out. Mm-hmm. There's a variety you can get. Like I said, I like the wire.
Yep, there you go. Okay.
You can put on.
So you can kind of pinch it right there. You can pick it to go with your outfit, like it matches your sweater, Erica. I love that.
Absolutely, right.
Dr. Erica with St. V's, thank you so much for being here this morning. Some critical information, obviously, when it comes to wearing masks and being out in the public in this pandemic. We so appreciate you being here this morning.
Staying safe.
Okay.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we'll be right back.